Okay, so hey guys, welcome back to another interview. Today I'm here with Taylor Greig. After a great win, how we feel?
Yeah, feel good. Four tough rounds to be fair. I needed to get the rounds in, so it's all right. Good.
Of course, and I mean, you're coming off a defeat, but of course it was in a difficult and different circumstances. But was it kind of difficult, I suppose, to come back from that, or not especially?
No, not really. The format was three-minute rounds. I had 3 fights in one night. To lose the last one by 1 point was heartbreaking, but I learnt a lot. I learnt not to let people get on my chest and bully me around, so that's what we worked on today. I outboxed the lad really, and yeah, that's pretty much it. You can't struggle to come back to a fight when you've got a crowd like mine. Unreal, to be fair.
Yeah, definitely. They were a great crowd, mate. And I suppose just to speak about this tournament, of course, it was definitely different to what anything you'd be used to around this kind of level. And was it good to be facing them 50-50 kind of matchups?
Yeah, it was different. Obviously, the first two, both undefeated lads, and Kirk has fought everyone, and all three lads boxed differently. So in one night, I had to fight 3 different styles. Like the first lad was on the back foot, trying to make me walk onto shots, and I was trying to do the same. The second lad was hunting me down a little bit more, and he walked onto a shot. And then the third lad just didn't let me breathe. Like he was on my chest and just didn't let me move off the ropes.
Yeah, of course. And I suppose to an extent, it must have been nice tonight to only have to do the one fight.
Yeah, kind of. Just in that ring, I feel at home. Like I was really nervous before. I got in the ring, and as I stepped through the ropes, bounced off that last rope, that's when I knew I'm home.
Of course, and I suppose just one last question on the tournament. A lot of people, when they are fighting in tournaments, they kind of speak about the adrenaline dump. And did you really face that?
Oh yeah, I said to my coach, I had to get up for a fight, then go and relax, then try and get up for another fight. And by the third time, you're just like, oh, again. So it is draining mentally. It wasn't physically, but mentally is the main thing for that tournament.
Yeah, of course. And I mean, you touched upon your nerves, I suppose, going into this fight. And if you are feeling nerves, how do you deal with them?
See, the thing is, I get really nervous for all my fights. It doesn't matter who I'm fighting. But I suppose that's a good thing because I'll never look past an opponent. I get really nervous just focusing on that one opponent because in professional boxing, at any point, you can be put to sleep. And obviously, I had my son here today, so that's the last thing I wanted. So yeah, you've always got to be switched on. The nerves are good, as bad as they feel and as sick as you feel, they are good. So yeah, it makes me focus.
Of course. And so how much of a motivation was having your son here today?
Oh, big time. It's the only reason I do it. Everything I do is for him. Like hearing the crowd saying Lucas is our leader, singing with Lucas, bouncing with Lucas. Oh, it made my night, it really did. Even step back at one point, just have a look over.
That's amazing. And I suppose now everything's going well with Scott Kalo, and of course he put on a good event here today. And so how many more fights would you like to have this year?
See, Scott Kalo is the best manager around this area. I will say no different. He's been there for me and a lot of the other boxers from day one. He's the one that sorts everything out for us, so I can't fault Scott. I want to get out possibly 2 more times, because after this one we're stepping up to 6. So I could do a couple of 6s, then we can start looking at titles.
And so are you wanting to go down the more traditional route, maybe looking for an area title first?
Oh yeah, 100%. Area title's the way out. Coming from the East Midlands, an area title is massive. I've seen lads like Ryan Fields fight at Rollerwood for area titles, and that was an unreal fight. It's always 50-50 fights. It's up-and-coming lads, most of the time putting their O's on the line, fighting very tough tasks. And if you want to get to that other level, you have to fight these sort of lads. They are tough as they come, and they'll definitely bring you on.
Of course, and I suppose for yourself, I know you have lost the O now, but does it kind of, to an extent, mean that there's less pressure on you?
Not really, because I still see myself reaching title level, whether I've got my O or not. The thing with me is I will fight anyone. It doesn't matter what sort of record they have. I know I won't beat everyone, but I'm there for the challenge. I like to test myself, not in a arrogant way, but if I get beat, I'd shake his hand and go, you know what, you're the better man, fair play to you. And you can ask the lad that beat me, Kirk. He'll admit I went to his changing room after and said, "To be fair, mate, you was not losing tonight." So I like fighting anyone. I know I won't beat anyone, but I'm always up for a challenge.
It's a great mentality, and I'll leave with this final question, and that being, of course, like I mentioned, you had a great fan base tonight, and what would you like to say to them?
Oh, they're unreal. Every show, honestly, you should see them. In Birmingham, we were the away fighter, and the home fighters were looking at them thinking, "Oh my word, they are loud, and they come in numbers." Let's put it that way.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, mate.